All right, this question is about a specific line, but we should read everything to make sure we understand what's going on around it. Let's get the context. This is a poem. Oh, deep delight to watch the gladsome waves. Okay, delight, gladsome, exultant leaped upon the rugged rocks. Exultant, ever repulsed, ever rushing on, filled with a life that will not know defeat. To see the glorious hues of sky and sea, the distant snowy sails glide spirit-like into an unknown world. To feel the sweet enchantment of the sea, thrill all the soul, clearing the clouded brain, making the heart leap joyous at its own bright singing waves. Okay, you need to understand this is positive. You don't need to understand anything else, at least for now. If that's all you got here, right? These words pop out for me because they're all repeating the same idea. There's some sort of positivity. This is a good kind of happy poem, I guess, about the waves. But let's see what the choices say. If it's more complicated than that, the choices will tell us. So let's look. A, it portrays the surroundings as an imposing and intimidating scene. Well, this is why connotation helps. Imposing and intimidating are negative words. It means something is scary. It kind of makes somebody afraid of something, and I don't really get that here. I do see that maybe they're rugged rocks, maybe something like that might be scary, but that's one instance, and that's not even in the underlined portion, so it's next to it, I guess, but I don't know. It seems like that would be a big leap for me to go to all these positive words to this kind of negative choice. Let's look at B. It characterizes the sea's waves as a relentless and enduring force. Well, something is enduring, it's lasting a long time, that seems good. We also have this idea that they are ever rushing on, right? So it's relentless, it keeps coming, it keeps coming. They will not know defeat. So I don't know whether relentless in this case is a positive or negative idea, but I do see matches that kind of support it. Let's check other choices. I don't know, maybe it's wrong. C, it conveys the speaker's ambivalence about the natural world. No. We need to know that word. That is a very big idea or very big vocab word for the SAT, the concept of ambivalence. It means not caring. It means being indifferent or having conflicting ideas. So I'll say not caring. And the reason that doesn't make sense here is this is not an ambivalent author, right? This is, like we said, very positive. So we would expect to be this kind of mixture of positive and negative if we wanted to pick something like C. We're definitely not getting that, certainly not from the line that's underlined, and that would not make any sense for this passage. D, it draws a contrast between the sea's waves and the speaker's thoughts. Well, I know why some people would pick this. This has that kind of vibe of the thing that like your English teacher might say in English class, especially like when you're half paying attention to what's going on and they're talking about a poem, you kind of hear stuff like this and you're like, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to memorize for this stupid poem so I can write about it in the essay, right? It contrasts the sea's waves and the speaker's thoughts. The waves are a symbol for something, but we have to actually see if that's true. So turn this choice into a question. Even if you're drawn to it, you have to test it. What is the contrast between the waves and the thoughts? Right? Answer it as if that were the question. I can't. It doesn't make any sense to me. And that's because there is no contrast between the thoughts and the waves. The waves are what we're talking about. The thoughts, I guess, are about the waves, so what could the contrast be? It doesn't make any sense. This is just gibberish. This is the kind of thing, like I said, that I'm sure you have overheard in English class when you were half paying attention and your class is analyzing a poem. So it's the kind of thing that sounds to you like what you should say when you're analyzing a poem. But it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Don't get drawn in, especially since choice B worked so much better. It characterizes the sea's waves as a relentless and enduring force. We can point to specific lines in the text that say that, and they are the lines that are underlined, right? So it's not even like we have to look far. That was our task, is to focus on those lines, and within them it says that they're ever rushing on, they do not know defeat, they are enduring, they are relentless. Those are strong words in that choice, but we can back them up with words that mean the exact same thing in the passage.